tonight on Evening.
I'm Michael King in Seattle. Angel lived on the streets in a tent. Now she's got a book deal. We'll meet Seattle's new poet laureate.
Hey, I'm Tom Douglas, and today we're making quick pickles 3 different ways.
I'm Kim Holcomb at Seattle's only motion capture studio, and I will suit up to show you how it works.
Emoji Confessions.
I use the eggplant frequently. But
Team Evening and You Weigh In.
And I'm St. Bryan inside Hale's Palladium, where things are going to get twisted. By popular demand, Frank Olivier is bringing back his Twisted Cabaret to Seattle. They'll be here all month. We asked for an inside peek at the madness.
Want to see the latest feature of the hat?
That's Frank Olivier, juggler, comedian, magician, star of Frank Olivier's Twisted Cabaret and Pandemonium vaudeville show. He promises on any given night, anything can happen.
A live show is actual, true-to-life interactions with other human beings sitting there, becoming something that they're not individually. You become something called a crowd, and you watch a live show, which means things can and do go wrong. Yeah! Here's what's cool.
How did Frank just turn a piece of paper into a Hershey's Kiss?
Only one way it could work. Magic.
Kids 8 and above are welcome to the show, but this being the most romantic month of the year, the Twisted Cabaret is geared more towards couples.
Come on, you know how it works. Get out $1. We don't swear in Twisted Cabaret, no nudity, but a lot of everything else. My name is Francine, but you could call me tonight.
Among the Twisted Cabaret's most twisted characters is Francine, a 9-foot-tall Jezebel.
So is this the only job you've ever had, Francine?
No, I used to work in an orange juice factory. That didn't work out. I just couldn't concentrate.
Knife throwing, unicycle ballet, and all kinds of twisted humor. It's all part of the Twisted Cabaret.
Saint, right here, on the cheek. Come on, to finish up the interview. We got it.
Blah. Such a twisted show. You can catch the Twisted Cabaret here at Hale's Palladium, which is just on the other side of Hale's Ales Brewery on Leary Way, somewhere between Fremont and Ballard. They like to call this area Freelard. The shows are happening Friday through Sunday all month long. This month also happens to be Black History Month, and Michael joins us with a story of a young African-American woman who is changing her world and ours with words.
Angel Gardner slept on this sidewalk, not the ideal spot for a teenage girl to grow up. But sometimes some of the world's ugliest places create the world's most beautiful art.
If we name her, we can keep her. Bitch, blunt, damage, survivor.
She turns you toward a world that makes most of us turn away.
Put your star-spangled shackles to my ankles and call me ignorant when I can't run from what's hunting me.
Angel Gardner's poetry comes straight from the streets.
Last winter was really, really cold. It was freezing. Like, it was ridiculous to me. I'm like, we're outside in this weather.
Taken away from her parents at age 5 because of abuse, she tries to count how many places she's lived.
I gotta think a little bit. I would say no more than 34.
34 homes in her 20 years on Earth.
So we just kind of, like chill here. Sometimes we chill underneath the bridge.
She struggled with anxiety, anorexia, cutting herself.
They'll become familiar with bridges authorities look under.
But she could always escape.
And I didn't really know if I had a talent, but when I was in a group home, I started doing this writers group, and I just wrote.
From the age of 7.
My black did not bleed into your white. Your white dove head first into my ancestors' melanin. We're black.
Friends at places like New Horizons Shelter in Seattle.
And this is kind of like one of the bunks I used to stay in.
They gave her an almost imperceptible nudge.
And then everyone was like, oh, well, that actually kind of sounds good. I was like, good enough to keep doing it? They're like, yeah, you should keep doing it.
She heard there was a prize for Seattle's Youth Poet Laureate.
I heard you have a book deal. I want a book. I would love to do that. But there will always be a weed to wear that cement.
She won.
Before this, I did have a lot of doubts about my writing. Like, people know I don't really like a lot of the stuff I write. But I think, like, after winning the Poet Laureate thing, I was like, oh, like, you're good. Like, you can accept that. You can go with it.
And go with it she has. Angel's read her work in front of thousands, advocated on behalf of the homeless in the state capitol, and most important, she says she's forgiven her family so she can be a good mom for her 4-month-old.
I knew that was like where I was going to come to sooner or later, because I always tell people it takes so much energy to hold a grudge. For me, I write about a lot of deep, dark because I don't really write about happy-go-lucky. It's not my thing. Demanding flowers.
But she does spot beauty in life's ugly.
When the kids were told to make a home, bringing light to really dangerous or dark or depressing situations, but I guess the way I formed them, I wanted them to be seen as beautiful. I wanted them to be seen as art, and it worked. But I am made up from the strength, love, blood, and black of my ancestors. America will not change me.
Thank you, Michael. And it just keeps getting better for our Youth Poet Laureate. You can hear Angel read during Sherman Alexi's podcast live at Town Hall on Friday, February 17th. You know, more and more of us are now using emojis when we text. What was the last emoji you used, and what does it say about you? That is the topic of this week's Wednesday Weigh-In from the Seattle Vote Show.
I feel like real men, adult males, don't use emojis.
What?
So I don't use emojis.
So you've never used an emoji?
I've never used
You know
it
what?
in my life.
Think about it though. Think about every text conversation that we have.
Yeah.
Multiple emoji. You don't use them that much.
I don't, but I
But
do.
he never does. I never thought about it before.
No, I think he's lying, and I'm going to go back through my records to determine that you're lying.
If he is lying, let me know and I will tag out with his lie.
Okay.
Okay.
My favorite, I actually use two emojis together lately. It has been a cigarette and it has been sunglasses. And I don't smoke and I don't wear sunglasses much, but for me, that's a great way to just sign off a conversation and let everybody know I'm done and
You're
I'm happy
out.
with the conversation.
That's good. Fair enough.
Kind of like a mic drop.
I use the eggplant frequently, but thankfully that
Yes,
was
he
not
does.
the last. That was not the last one I sent. The last one I sent is actually quite touching. My daughter was flying back to San Francisco, and I said, "Miss you already. Safe travels." Heart. Heart. I don't know how to do the heart.
That's a sweet one. That's a good one. The last one that I use is the one that I use the most. Can you guys guess which one I use the most?
Laughing till
so
crying.
hard, she's crying.
That is the one that I use the most. This was because our friend Derek had dropped something off at our house while we were texting each other. I didn't even realize that it was, so he said, it's on your front doorstep, and I said, you're a human drone, and he said, I'm trying to outdo Prime. And in response to when I said, you're a human drone, he said, maybe I need to take voice lessons. And I was kind of confused, and then he wrote, droning on and on.
Oh, okay.
So
And you gave that laughing till crying?
Well, it was an excellent effort at a pun.
Yeah.
I like it.
Looks
If
like you
there's
gave
a
it
lying
3.
emoji, I'm sending it
Thank
to
you, Derek.
Well, we asked you guys what the last emoji that you used is and the story behind it, and here's what you had to say on Facebook.
George's most recently used emoji as an anchor. He says to him it represents love and compassion.
I don't get that, but okay.
I like the anchor.
Caroline says she can't post her most used emoji in public.
Oh, look at
But the laughing till you cry emoji, Kim, you like this one. It's her number 2.
I think that is an excellent choice. Well, Cassandra's is the thumbs up. She says that it shows that she's optimistic, which it does if you use
It
that.
does.
Thumbs up, Cassandra.
And we got a smooch emoji from Gail.
Thank you, Gail.
Mwah!
Thank you, Gail. A lot of kissing happening on tonight's show. So what was the last emoji you used, and what does it say about you? Head on over to our Facebook page right now and weigh in yourself.
Chef Tom Douglas shows us we can pickle that. And bringing Hollywood to the Northwest, Kim suits up to give motion capture a try.
So great.
Right after this.
This story is about the unjust, unfair, and cruel way that Hanford workers are treated once they get sick from working on the job. Our government turns their back on people that get sick out there. It's like it's their fault. Hanford workers are treated like criminals, like liars, like they're making it up. I hope that we're able to shed a light on this unjust system and that we can see change for the better.
The Big Seattle Boat Show, presented by Washington's Lottery, now through February 4th at CenturyLink Field in South Lake Union. Purchase tickets online for $3 weekend parking. For tickets, promotions, and a complete list of free fishing, boating, and sailing seminars, visit SeattleBoatShow.com.
Hey, man. Sorry, man, I can't make it. Come on. It's okay. I'm sending a friend.
What's that? I hear somebody needs a fish. I'd make a fan's day every day.
Be advised, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to save 40 to 80% on a hot tub and swim spa. Friday through Sunday. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2017 inventory. Washington State Fairgrounds Expo Hall. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. See the revolutionary swim spa. You can exercise, swim, and relax without the expense and maintenance of a pool. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. 18-month interest-free financing. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Friday through Sunday. Washington State Fairgrounds, Puyallup. Free admission. Free parking. Call 1-888-SPA-SALE.
Perfect for Valentine's. The Jewelry Exchange has 2-carat Heart of the Sea pendants, $69, dancing rubies, $79, 3-stone diamond rings, $99, pearl strands or diamond studs, $49. Thousands of gifts guaranteed to appraise for double. The Jewelry Exchange, Renton.
Welcome back to the show. We're now inside the Hale's Ales brew pub. You know, these days you can pickle just about anything, from apples all the way to seafood. Back in the old days, it was all about preserving food, but these days, it's all about taste. Chef Tom Douglas shows us how from the Hot Stove Society kitchen.
Hey, today I'm going to show you a technique that I find super fun in the wintertime, springtime, summertime, all year long, but it really brightens the food that you're cooking. And we're going to make quick pickles. Now, sometimes you're making a pork chop and you put heavy, like sauteed onions or mushrooms on top. It'd be not much brighter and probably a little more healthy to do a quick pickle on top as your finish. So as you can see, I have different kinds of vegetables. Here I have pepper rings all cut up with some julienne red onion. Here I've got some cucumbers. The bigger you cut your vegetable, the longer it's going to take to pickle, right? So something like this will pickle in maybe 5 minutes. Got a couple of things going on here. I like to bloom my spices. And by doing that, what I'm talking about is I put them into a hot pan and let the heat kind of bring out the oils of the spice, because this is pretty much a cold process. You want fresh spices just like you want a fresh piece of fish. We're going to start here with our rice vinegar, and in that we're going to put cumin seed, star anise, which is just a beautiful tasty pod of spice, and a little brown mustard seed. And we're going to let those heat up and start to bloom. For the next one, I'm going to take my white vinegar, just a distilled white vinegar, and I'm going to go with toasted coriander, some cinnamon sticks, and a little juniper berry. And for my last one, I'm going to have apple cider vinegar, and this is a spice many people keep in their home, so I thought I'd throw in one that you might already have. This is just a classic pickling spice. Let's say you're making a shrimp cocktail, something like that. This is the classic pickling spice that many people have in their home. Now, if you just use vinegar, you're going to have very sour pickles. So I balance my vinegar with a little sweetener. In my more Asian style mix, this one right here, I'm going to use a little palm sugar, and that's plenty for the amount of vinegar that I have. In my little white vinegar and coriander seed mix, I'm going to use just a little white sugar. And then in my apple cider vinegar, let's try apple cider vinegar and honey. All of them need a bit of salt. So as soon as it comes to a boil and your sugar is completely absorbed into the vinegar, all we're going to do is take it and pour right over top of our vegetables. Can you smell those out there? Yes, you can. You know you can. Another great thing about these is that you can use them tonight or put them in your refrigerator for weeks at a time. Thanks for joining me today for Quick Pickles.
Thanks, Tom. Surprising how easy that looks. Now let's go 3D. Now, traditionally, motion capture could only be done in Hollywood, but now one of the leaders of that technology is right here in the Northwest. Here's Kim.
it's literally tracking in 3D space what every marker is doing.
Inside this Soto studio, CJ Markham and Ander Bergstrom help create other worlds. They used to do it in Hollywood. CJ worked on the Oscar-winning visual effects team behind King Kong. And Ander helped create the magical penguin colony in Happy Feet. Using motion capture, technology merging human movement with animation, they came together to open MocapNow, Seattle's first independent studio dedicated to the craft.
I've always wanted to be a puppeteer. It brings me to that magical place in my childhood where I feel like I am still doing puppeteering. I'm doing puppeteering, but I'm doing it digitally.
On this day, the puppet happens to be me. It all starts with a special suit. 24 specialized cameras positioned around the studio will interact with tiny markers, which are affixed to the suit.
All the markers are very specifically placed so that it best represents your skeletal movement.
When you start moving, the cameras throw a wavelength of light which is reflected back by the markers.
And while they're moving, every single one of those markers is being tracked frame after frame after frame, up to 240 frames per second. We can reconstruct that using the software into a humanoid moving.
So when Ander says,
"You can do the Elaine,"
and I proceed to dance like Elaine from Seinfeld, that movement can be transformed into an android, a robot, or my personal favorite, a zombie.
From Seinfeld. It's so great.
MocapNow offers animation services for hire for the ever-growing base of gaming developers. But they hope filmmakers will also come to Washington, using Northwest actors and this studio to create Hollywood magic in South Seattle.
People are starting to realize its benefits.
And its potential.
And its potential.
Perfecto.
Thank you, Kim. You'll be shocked to learn that Kim has never, in her lifetime, ever had a dance lesson. In fact, it's so shocking, I'm actually going to repeat it. Kim Holcomb, no dance lessons ever.
Evening shares the must-see exhibits for Seattle Museum Month. Next. A childhood dream come true.
It's a vacation spot in the middle of the city, really.
This ultimate treehouse can be yours, controversy included.
The city of Seattle wasn't as excited as I was about it.
Evening, tomorrow at 7:30 on King 5.
At Great Wolf Lodge, you can be a swimmer, an explorer, a slider, a relaxer, an adventurer, or just an unwinder. The only thing you can't be is bored.
Visit greatwolf.com for details on how you can save up to 30% on your family getaway.
Get on your computer or mobile device. Because of all the great Toyota deals out there, most are not seen on TV. That's why you need to visit buyatoyota.com for a huge selection of savings offers that couldn't possibly fit in a TV commercial, including 0% financing, great lease deals, and 2-year no-cost maintenance. So get on your computer or mobile device and go to buyatoyota.com, Toyota's official website for deals. Toyota, let's go places.
Seattle Repertory Theater presents the groundbreaking musical Here Lies Love by music legends David Byrne and Fatboy Slim. Chronicling the rise and fall of controversial Philippines First Lady Imelda Marcos. Don't miss the most anticipated show of the year, a multimedia spectacle. After sold-out runs in New York and London, Here Lies Love opens April 7th. Reserve your ticket now at seattlerev.org.
Start your year off right with Northwest Motorsport at NWMSRocks.com.
The plan was no white sofa till college.
Joshua.
But with iClean fabric only from Lazy Boy, most spills clean easily. So plans changed.
Please be a girl.
It's a boy. A messy one, too.
Now, during our Super Saturday sale, hurry in for special financing.
New iClean fabric at Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
Get in free to the Big Seattle Boat Show. Simply bring your donation for Northwest Harvest after 5 o'clock Monday through Thursday to replenish their shelves after the holidays. SeattleBoatShow.com.
When we went
went to Great Wolf Lodge. There was swimming and sliding, an epic battle with a dragon. And then we slept in a bedroom that looked like a log cabin. And that was just the first day.
Visit greatwolf.com for details on how you can save up to 30% on your family getaway.
Welcome back to the show from Hale's Ales Brewery. If you have some friends coming to town, you might want to check out Seattle Museum Month. Some of the hotels are offering half-off admission at more than 40 area hotels. Jim checks out some of the museums you can check out after you check in.
The Museum of History and Industry, or MOHI for short, has long been the cultural home to all things Northwest. On display now is the exhibit Edible City, a delicious journey. The show serves up the story of how people eat in our area. But be warned, if you go, this exhibit will leave you hungry. If you're into aviation, a trip to the Museum of Flight is a must. The campus holds one of the largest collections of planes and other aerial pursuits in the world. If you go, check out the new McDonnell Douglas FA-18C, retired this year from the Blue Angels flight demonstration team. It's a rare chance to see one of these jets standing still. Seattle is not the only place to see interesting collections. Just a ferry ride away in Bremerton, you'll find the Puppet Museum.
We have over 1,700 pieces currently. I do rotating exhibits about 3 or 4 times a year. We have a wide variety of puppets. We have these 3 that were gifts to us from Bremerton's sister city, Kure, Japan. Of course, always recognize Pinocchio. If you have a quarter, we could have everybody dancing.
Finally, if you like your museums a little more hands-on, make a blast to the past stop at the Pinball Museum. Here you'll find decades worth of machines organized from oldest to newest, with descriptions hanging above each game. And unlike other museums, touching the artifacts is encouraged.
Thank you, Jim. Now, 2 of the museums featured in Jim's story honor First Thursdays. The Museum of Flight and MOHI both have free admission tomorrow. For a full list of all of these museums, go to our king5.com website right here.
Perfume pointers for men.
It is fresh, but it's got a lot of body to it. Yeah.
Just like me. When evening returns, a childhood dream come true.
It's a vacation spot in the middle of the city, really.
This ultimate treehouse can be yours, controversy included.
The city of Seattle wasn't as excited as I was about it.
Evening, tomorrow at 7:30 on King 5.
Get on your computer or mobile device. Because of all the great Toyota deals out there, most are not seen on TV. That's why you need to visit buyatoyota.com for a huge selection of savings offers that couldn't possibly fit in a TV commercial, including 0% financing, great lease deals, and 2-year no-cost maintenance. So get on your computer or mobile device and go to buyatoyota.com, Toyota's official website for deals. Toyota, let's go places.
Benny? Benny? Where are you? Benny? 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 Oh, no.
The Great Haircut Sale is back at Great Clips. A price so low, everyone will go. Great Clips. It's going to be great.
Show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? All new world.
Welcome to Aulani. It's Hawaii with a touch of Disney magic. For special offers, visit DisneyAulani.com or call your travel agent.
Get in free to the Big Seattle Boat Show. Simply bring your donation for Northwest Harvest after 5 o'clock Monday through Thursday to replenish their shelves after the holidays. SeattleBoatShow.com.
You try to ignore it. You try putting it off. Luckily, your local Honda Express Service Center has got you covered with friendly Honda service advisors, Honda certified technicians, and genuine Honda parts. It's all the more reason to get your Honda serviced today. Quick, easy, and affordable Honda Express service. It's just that good.
Are you okay, ma'am?
I just saw a flying super person.
Right. Okay, let's go find your caregiver.
She was really flying.
Sure. Do you have the number for the home?
Oh, my. Okay.
It's happening. All new Superstore is coming, followed by the premiere of Powerless, Thursday, 8/7 Central on NBC.
Welcome back to the show from Hale's Ales Brew Pub, just around the corner from Hale's Palladium, where we've been telling you about the Twisted Cabaret, which will be going on all month. In fact, right now, let's give away 5 pairs of tickets. Just go to our Facebook page and leave a comment right at the top. Breaking news. We're breaking this right on our show right now. Valentine's Day is just 2 weeks away. If you're trying to buy perfume, you know you have to get the right stuff. Jim, luckily, knows just the person to ask.
So you better ask.
Nazreen Raymond has a nose for business, and that business is perfume.
It's a huge spectrum of fragrances.
She's been matching customers to fragrances at her downtown Seattle shop for more than 30 years.
$1,200. This one's $1,500.
Okay, don't trust me to hold it. Don't trust me to hold it.
Who better than Nazreen to give the man who knows nothing some perfume pointers?
When he gives me a general description of what she's like, I could probably pinpoint at least 6 fragrances she would love.
Preference plus personality equals perfection.
So if she likes roses, there are amazing fragrances with roses that have an attitude. If she's outdoorish, there are so many fragrances that are very clean and herbal and grassy. It is fresh, but it's got a lot of body to it. Yeah.
Just like me.
If you're looking for a fragrance that's in fashion, you can't go wrong with the new trendsetter, Oud.
It's a resin from the agarwood tree. It's very euphoric, so you feel very happy.
Another current hit is the rose.
Siage came out with a fragrance called Chevre d'Or, and it is 3 different roses.
Here's a rule of thumb, guys. Select something easy on the nose, hers and yours.
Pick a fragrance where both of you like it. I put it on both sides of my ankle, so people closer to the ground can smell me too. I can't believe he's doing that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Most of all, gentlemen, don't be afraid to ask for some help from an expert like Nazreen.
I'm getting good. I have a trained nose.
Your sweetheart will thank you.
Thank you, Jim. He is smelling so sweet around the office these days. Well, that is the show from Freelard. Tomorrow night, we take a tour of a truly unreal home. It's a treehouse for sale for $500,000. But up next, it's Law & Order SVU. Have a great evening. Cheers.